Hello world, it's Siddharth and welcome to another tutorial. In today's tutorial we'll be making an AI model which will be able to classify between dogs and cats images. So before starting with the tutorial, I would like to say please go to Chrome right now if you're sitting onto your computer and watching my video, and go ahead and type www.uptodownstore.com. So go to Google and then type www.uptodown.com and you'll find the first link. Click on that and go and select Android. Yeah, it's already selected on Android, and on the search bar type Killer Box. This is my game and it's out on Up to Down Store. So go ahead and download that. It's just maybe few MB. Someone has already given me a 5-star, so it's a good game, and it's just 33 MB. Should not be a really big deal for you, and 35 people have already downloaded it. So please go ahead and download it, and I will surely put a link to you in the description from where you will be able to download this. So now we are on that. Let's open a new tab, and for data we need some kind of data to actually train our model on something to classify dogs and cats. So the Kaggle is a really good site to do so. Kaggle is a really good site for to collect data and also for competitions worth cash price. Worth of cash price. If you go to competitions, there will be tons of them. I participate 2 of them. One is worth rupees $70,000, so I'm still working on that. One is free for the knowledge. There's another like TGS Soul Identification Challenge, $100,000. If you have potential to actually compete with the data scientists and the machine learning guys, go ahead and participate. Okay, now what we want is dogs and cats images and data. Images itself is a data for machine learning models. So type here dogs versus cat, click on first link. It's opening up. So what they will do is they will give me the data directory will have some images with dogs and cats individual, because I don't think so they will give some kind of image in which dog and cat is in the same image, because it will be confusing for model. So go to data, and these are data directories, test and train zip. Click on download all and it will download your data. I've already done that, so I won't download it again. So go to your Anaconda prompt. I've already opened up here, and if you have installed Anaconda, so type Jupyter notebook. Will take some time, but it will open it up, and it will open the notebook in your local browser, your default browser. So I want to click on new right over here, Python 3. Now what I want to do is, so we have here, let me make it quite bigger so everybody will be able to see this. Change the name. I will rename it as dogs and cats, maybe. Yeah, dogs and cats will be good. Dogs underscore and cats. Okay, dogs and cats. So first and foremost we need our dependencies. So let's go ahead and import that. And if you before doing that, I want you to make sure that you have this dependency, means this library installed on your computer. If you don't have it, go ahead and type the command what I'm typing. Conda install C Conda Forge and open CV. Go ahead and hit enter. What this will do is gonna install OpenCV library on your system. OpenCV library is really crucial and important library if you want to work on images or you want to take a real-time feedback from your webcam. So it will install the dependencies. So the time we'll just go ahead and do our own work. So I've already installed CV2. Let's go ahead and import that. Import CV2. Then I also want to import NumPy as NP. NumPy is a library to actually do some mathematical operations while using machine learning or any kind of deep learning stuff. We want to import OS to actually examine the directories. To actually examine directories from our computer, we'll be import OS. Then we need from random import shuffle. From TQDM we need import TQDM. What this will do is it will show you a bar of loading up the data. So most of you will not have this TQDM thing. So if you want to install that, you can do it straight away from here. With exclamation mark pip install TQDM. Let me just check if this was done. Yep. Package is already installed, means I've already installed OpenCV, so he said it's already installed. So I'm just gonna cancel that, and I've already opened that up. Cool. So go ahead and you can either you can hit the button run or just Control plus enter. Requirement already satisfied, and if you don't see any error, means it's good. So what we need now is we need our training directory where our training data is so dir equals to the path. Let me just type that test dir and the path. So I want to go to my computer, and means this PC, and I've saved my data over here, game setups, and I would like to go to dogs vs cat. So when you download your data, you'll find two zip files. So go ahead and extract that zip file into some kind of folder like I have done. In the test directory, you'll find tons and tons of photos of dogs and cats, all the stuff. Okay, so that's what we want. So open this up. So test directory, copy this, go to your notebook and paste that. Okay, so and remember, it should be / it means backslash. It should not be / because it does not recognize, Python does not recognize those kind of syntax. Then train, tons of images of cats and dogs too. By the way, how many of you guys have cats or dogs at your home? If you have one of them, please comment me below. I'm really unfortunate that I don't have one. Now, every image is not a perfect square over here. As you can see, some is small, some are big. For example, over here, properties. This is something called 20 megabytes. I don't know how much details. So 405 by 353. Well, this image is also not a perfect square. So as it's not a perfect square, we are gonna make them a perfect square using a variable image size equals to 50. We're gonna make them a 50 by 50 thing. Okay, so we need our learning rate. Learning rate is nothing the rate of learning in the rate where models learning up with. So 1e minus 3. Cool. So, and I want to name my model, so I want to name it CNN convolutional neural networks, and under this process I will say dogs vs cats underscore that, and again this. Okay, dot format. And the basic here. Over here we have nothing but defined our convolutional net. So let's run that again. I've already installed it, so I will comment that out. Run. If you don't see any errors, you're good to go. Now the crucial part, not the crucial part, we're just going in. So define label images img and store the image variable inside that. So word label equals to image.split will be inside this thing, then dot into 3. You want to split the images into three columns, by the way. Then if word label equals to cat. Let me make sure that it's wait, is it recording yet? It's recording. Yep, it's recording. Yep. Okay, cat return. So what we want to return in the array is if there's a cat, we need 0 dogness, and if it detects a dog, we don't want him to recognize any other cat image instead of dog. So if it detect dog, so 1 catness, 1 dogness, 0 catness. If it detect cat, so 1 catness, 0 dogness. So they're 1 and 0. So elif word label equals to dog. What am I typing? Dog return 0 catness, full dogness. That's it. Go ahead and run that. It's good. Now we need to create our training data. So define create train data. So training data equals to an array, and for images using for loop for img, the image is over here. This comes from this variable. For image img in tqdm os.list dir train dir. So using tqdm, I actually want to list my training directory, whatever the images. I want to load those training data, which is right over here. Train data. I want to load these images on. So, yep. So let's go to list and type label equals to label all images in the image variable. So path equals to os.path dot join. If you see that logically, we are actually joining the path from this variable. We are joining up the directory, and just actually we are telling this line, the path, to where do we want the path variable to take the training images path. So that's why we use os.path dot join means join the path to this variable trainer. Okay, so trainer. I think I made a mistake over here. Yeah, it should be forward slash, so backslash, typing slash. Yep, perfect for now. Cool. Okay, so once that's done, img. So what do we? So now in image variable, we want to say cv2 dot read the image, read the trainer. So whatever images label has been done, read those labels. img equals to, I want to resize those images to a perfect square, so that will be easy for my training model to actually my AI model to train quickly, okay, without any problem. So I want to resize that. Resize cv2 dot imread and a path cv2 dot imread grayscale. We want to convert our images to grayscale to actually help our AI model to recognize more efficiently. And also we need img size. Of course, we are actually resizing the image, so this variable comes from here. Image img size image size, and close the bracket. Wait a second, what? Oh, yep. This should be in a bracket, yeah, or else it would have given an error. So training data. We want to append training data, and I want to store that in a np.array, in a numeric, in an array. Okay, basically in an array. np.array. And using image variable, I want to store all the images in an array. So np.array again, array. I want to store those images label into array, by the way. That's the real meaning. We are storing images label in an array. So once we are done with that, we want to shuffle training data. Is that right? I don't think so. That's right. Data, yep. Training data, np.save. I will save that as train data .npy, and gives as a training data array. Okay, once we are done with that, we want to return the training data. Okay, let's run that. I hope it's all good. And involve syntax. What? Yeah, trainer. It should be trainer. Let's just run that again. Still, we have a syntax here. Oh, it's a for loop. It should be like, yep, it's a loop. Unexpected indentation block. That's the only reason I a little bit hate Python, because it asks for lots and lots of indentions, which actually annoys me a lot. Okay, we don't have any errors. Let's just move on. So we have a training data. Now we want a processing data, and which are test data actually, because we got two data sets. One is train, one is test. So we want to process our test directory also. So process. What I'm typing, df process test data. By the way, I hope I was spelled that correct. Yep. And cool. Let's just I don't want to say create train data. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So testing data equals to an array. That's the same way we have done over here. We are going to do the same thing over here too, but a quite different way. Okay, so yeah, and for loop RMG image and path in TQDM. Sorry, TQDM. Let's just do what do I want to do? Oh yeah, os.lister. Well, list the directories of test data. And don't forget to start a loop. Okay, that's cool. So and let's say path, of course, path equals to os.path.join will be test. As I told you, we are using. That's where OS comes into a game, because OS actually helps us to take the files from our operating system, but from a system, and actually join it to the, or we want to walk to that directory. We can walk through that using OS library. That, and thanks to those guys who made this library. Thanks to them. And so using os.path, we want to join the path, this path to this variable. So tester path to this variable dir, and also images. How can I forget that? So once we are done, say image number of images. Image num will be image.split. I'll split. We'll split 0 of time. Zeros. Image equals to cv2 dot imread path equals to cv2 dot imread grayscale. As I told you, we want to convert our data into a grayscale in gray image for an ease for our model to detect the dogs and cats. And of course, we want to resize the testing photos to cv2.resize and resize image. So img, I want to resize all the images. Image size, yeah. Size. Cool. So once we are done with that, so testing data. Testing data dot append. We'll append that. So np dot array. As I told you, we are doing the same thing, so I don't think so I gotta explain that again and again. The same thing, img and np dot array. Array to, of course, the images, the labels. Sorry, the labels. So yeah, that's done. So then we need to shuffle quite a bit of data, our testing data. So shuffle testing data. And np.save those data as test data. What? .mpy. Oh, I'm kind of tired now. Okay, no problem. Testing data. So you're done with that. So of course you want to return the testing data. Whew. Testing data. So let's just run that and let's expect we don't have any errors. Okay, no errors. Cool. So let's jump up to next step. So train. This is my favorite part. Data. To create train data. Now what this will do is in the train data we wanna we are calling this function, this define function, this create train data function to actually load those data to our notebook. So go ahead and hit enter. And thanks to TQDM to actually give this bar. I was talking about this bar to which will show me real time in which it's showing that how much data has been loaded and what time. So I'm gonna pause the video until this is done. So I'll be back. So I'm back and all the images are loaded in. So let's go ahead and type the whole bunch of codes what we want. So now the main thing comes. We are gonna create a model. We're gonna build a neural network. So import tflearn. If you don't have tflearn, go ahead and just say, what do you want to say? Pip install tflearn. As I have already installed that, I will not install that again. Okay, so from tflearn .layers .conv, I want to import conv2d max pool. So I will explain that later on. Let me just first type these all things. Tf what am I typing? Tf why the fuck are they? What the fuck are they? Yep, that's correct. There's dot core maybe. Up import input data. Input data. Drop out connected tflearn layers estimator import regression will be good. Regression. Smart enough. So these are dependencies, nothing much. So okay, so from those are dependencies. So the next thing is, say, define a variable. Say connet, a convolutional network, and I will say input data, and on the parentheses say shapes equals to none, and image size. Really have less time. I'm gonna make it faster a bit. Image size, and also we wanna divide by image size by 1. So that's thing. names equals to input. That will be my input. So images will be my input. Image size will be my input. Hey, I just named that as input. So input data is just my image size, because image is already loaded on. See, over here. So I don't think so. That's the thing. Just continue. Equals to CONV 2D. $32 5, and I want to use an activation function called relu. As if you have seen my machine learning series, I have explained you what an activation function does. It actually helps you to fire up a neuron. It just checks, the activation function checks that if the neuron needs to fire or not. That's the thing. Go ahead and check my tutorial on this. You'll be able to understand more perfectly, you know. I'm just next time let me just write this line, and then I will be copy pasting this to actually reduce my time and efforts. T equals to 5. So copy, paste, and we'll just do some editing on this. So we want the 64. We want the 5. Okay, that's 5. We want that to be 5. Okay, we want the 5. Now we need. Okay, we cannot copy paste right here. No. Well, we can. No, we can't. There are some different functions. Fully connected. We are connecting all of them into one. We are connecting all the neurons. And if you're watching this tutorial, this may go out of your head a bit. It will jump out off your head, because if you don't know it's the basics of Python. So if you know basics of Python, this is gonna be fun for you all guys. Relu connect equals to dropout. That's dropout T. Dropout covenant. Yep. Covenant. So what should have put the value? 0.8 must be good. Dropout value will be 0.8. Okay. Dropout value is nothing which actually drops the value. The values which I don't need. That's a probability. So 0.8 should be good. So convnet equals to fully. Why am I just typing that? Let me just copy that, paste it, and over here I just wanna say. Okay, just for one word, I just copy pasted that. Stupid. Maybe. Okay, so let's just do some kind of editing or something. 2 activation function is softmax right now. Softmax. Then okay. No regression. Regression will be covenant. We'll use an optimizer to actually optimize my performance of the AI model. Optimizer equals to R.A.M. We want to use R.A.M optimizer for this. Learning rate equals to LR, and the losses loss equals to categorical cross P categorical cross entropy cross entropy. Okay, so okay, that's what's that. I'll name some. So name to target. So that will be under this. Paste. Okay. Cool. So once we are done with that, we want to define a model. Model equals to tf learn dot dnn. Oh, coincidental. Convnet. TensorBoard. I want to use TensorBoard. I will also show you how can you use TensorBoard. Give me some. Let me just give me some time. Let me just type this. Maybe in the next video I will show you that. And how can you use that thing? Let me just bring that up here. Much better. Let's run this. If you see the star, means the cell is working on. It's running. Anytime we'll see some result, maybe. Yep. Okay. It's success without an error. Without an error. What am I talking? Okay. So next thing, if. Yeah. Okay. So wait, what happened? Input data unexpected key argument shapes. What happened right there? Seriously, what happened? Should be. Oh yep. Shapes. Yeah. How can I do that? Silly mistake. Yeah. Run. Names. Oh yeah. It should be name. I think. Should be name. Cool. No errors. Thanks. Thank God. No errors. So os.path. If os.path exists, if we have successfully loaded our model, we want to do something. If the thing is loaded, I want to say, I just want to copy that. What can? Fine. That'd be. Okay, so it will be dot meta dot format and my model name, which is CNN. Okay, so I want to load this model over here, CNN. Cool. As it's a if loop, we want to start it by giving this kind of symbol. I don't know. Yep, this thing. So model dot load. We want to load our CNN model. And if it's loaded, so I want to print model is good to go. Model is good to go. Let's run this. That's just fun. Okay, that's one. Okie dokie. So yeah, right now I want train variable. Train equals train data, and also on this say minus. I want to test. Should test data. Say yep, invalid syntax, of course. Why should I do that? What am I doing? test data is not defined. Okay, what the heck just happened? So what happened right now? What happened, dude? Okay, let's just find this test data. So there. So it's right over here. What's the matter? Still is showing the same thing. I loaded this. What's the matter, man? Test data. Let's just copy that. Paste that. Same thing. So run. Fine. Wait. Yep. The silly mistake that it was defined, but the problem was I was putting this colon over here. So it should be at the end. I figured that out. Run, of course. So next cell. So in the x variable, I want to say mp.array. I have a really less time. I want to do it as fast as I can. So it's about to complete. Okay, the code is about to complete. So wait, and I0 will be so for I want to say in train. What did they say as train? It looks like cuckoo train, something. Nothing's calling anybody cuckoo. Hey, -1. Image size size by img size. Okay, by 1. So divide by -1 by image size and divide by 1. Cool. That was my x variable, and my y variable say an I 1. Let's say for I in train. So I just want to copy and paste that for another time. The same thing, just name this as test x and name that as test y. Pretty good. Loved it. Run this. Cool. Now we have everything up and running, so we want to say model. Now we want to execute our model and just train that straight away. So I'm on the end. So input x and target. How we are getting these variables? Okay, input is from the model as I told you from here. This name, model name, the convolutional name is like input. That's the where it came from, and for target it came from here. So cross entropy named target. That's the thing. Target will be equals to y variable. Ouch, my neck. So we are done with that. But yeah, then we want to say number of epochs. Epochs is the number of times it's going through the neural network. That's the number of epochs. So I want to go to the neural network maybe 5 times. 5 number of epochs will be good. Validation. If you have a really good PC and you have lots of time, take it as 10 or something like 15. I want to say 5 for now for this part of the video. So validation sets. Say input test x, just x, Let me just do this so that everyone will be able to see this. Cool. Perfect. Once we are done with that, test X, I'll say target. Now my target is test Y. Target is test Y. Yep, that's it. So I think I didn't explain you this, right? So we are storing the array, the train data, train images, and want to reshape that into a perfect square. And for n, we are just putting that all the array values in a variable called I. So that's the thing, nothing much. So that's done, and we need test Y. Okay, that's cool. Then we will need snapshot, maybe. Yeah, snapshot equal the number of steps he needs to go through the neural network. So I want to say at 500 steps. Show metric equals true. That will be true, of course. And run. Okay, we are about to complete. ID equals to CNN. Okay, so count down with me. 1, 2, 3, and hit run. Ooh, come on, dude! I don't love that. Hey, come on. Okay. I think it should be in a single line. Okay, that does not matter. Run. Again. Wait, what? Okay. What did I do? Oh, okie dokie, yep. Kinda hate these errors. I hope that's right. Definitely. Is it right? If it shows green brackets, means it's closed bracket. If it says red, means it's wrong. Assign a function call. Is that at the end? Snapshot. Yep, I don't need this. I told you. Wait, I need that. So what's the problem? Test X input is done. And oh yeah, validation sets equals to we want to put that equal to sign. Yep, run. Function. So let me just check that. I think I know the solution. Let me just check. There should be validation sets set. Not validation set. Okay. Same arrow. I don't understand this at all. And the problem is with here. Maybe that one. And the syntax error. Okie dokie. Oh yep. Yeah, I got that error. Yep, I got that error. Yep, this one. Yep. Cause it was closing the bracket right away from here. It was not taking all of this in one block, and I want to close this over here. Now it will run. What? Okay, what happened right now? Let's try some. Okay, this was never the thing. This is kind of weird. I don't know what the problem is, but. If you see the I have rerun this thing. If you see this all kind of stupid error, don't get terminated. Do one thing. I think you can do two things. You can start from the above, run these all cells together again, and once that's done, is Once that's done, um, and if you still get this error, targets but not so targets but no such variable is exist, that's bullshit. Restart your notebook. That's a simple solution. So let's run this again. Run, run, run. That it's loading up. Let me pause. Okay. Hey, the data is loaded. I actually made a really small mistake over here. As you can see, the error is not bullshit. That's not bullshit. It's actually right. Target is not, because in the network I didn't define any variable called targets. You can see over here, line something called 2. So it should be like targets. See, but we haven't defined that. So targets. S. Let's run that again. Cool. Okay, let's run this again. Now what I'm gonna do is restart the thing. This model. Or let's just run that all over. Cause I didn't got any path or something like that. It means it's just hung up. So let's just download the notebook from here. Go to file. Download it as a notebook. Okay. Now that's stupid. That's ridiculously stupid. I don't like that. Okay, let's just say it. But come on, download it as. Please download that. So download it as notebook. Yep, let's download it. So then show that into a folder. Send that to my desktop. So that's done. What I'm gonna do is just even do that too. Okay, so I've already opened that. So go to desktop, dogs and cats. Open that up. Run that all over. So I want to pause the video till I run all of them. Okay, so actually I want to show you one thing. As you can see, it's loading really fast, but last time when I loaded, it was going really slow. So that's the thing. That's the difference. What you're seeing. Okay. So that's loaded. When it's running, yeah, it's running. I have almost 7 minutes, so run this. Showing the star means it's processing. Pause. Okay, now this time when I run this, it showed me this all those stuff. Thanks a lot. Say run. Let it load the model. Let me just run that all, then I'll come back, okay? It's not showing any errors. I hope this will work. I don't know either. I don't know anything. Hope it should work. Please work. It's showing that star right there. Means it is gonna work. I hope so. Please, all fingers crossed. So fingers crossed. Please work. I think it's gonna take some time, so I'm gonna pause the video again. So it took lots and lots of processing and RAM. So I got it showed me a message to restart your kernel. I want to say okay. Oh yep, it has recorded. Okay, so good, good. So I'm using my recorder, so that's why it's lagging a lot. As you saw, I didn't even think so it recorded perfectly, because I'm also downloading some of my games, so it will do some things which I don't like. So I will stop the video over here. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and download my game, and all of the things what you need about the game, and all the Kaggle competition. I will post a link into the description box. It will work. It is working, but it's taking a lot of RAM. If you want to check that, let me just show you how much RAM is it taking. I have 8 gigs of RAM, and it's taking 7 gigs out of that. It's too much, and I have all the other processes running in my background. TensorFlow and all. See, you can see it's running on my GPU devices. It's taking my GPU and all of my RAM. Also you can say, my CPU power too. 35% of my CPU is being used, and if I check to process, says, see, 24% of my GPU has been used. 24%, and that's a really high amount of percentage, what you are seeing right over here. Desktop window manager, that's the thing. I'm talking. It's actually the Conda, because I'm working on my desktop. All my files are saved on desktop. That's why it's showing the RAM thing about desktop. So that's it. Take some time. So I'm gonna pause that. I'm gonna stop this video right over here. Bye. Take care, and remember, like, share, and subscribe. Download my game, and also I will put everything what you need for this project into the description box. Bye. See you next time. Happy programming, happy flying, and have a good imagination.